All right, let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard. She's got to check on our forecast.
Thanks, Shelby. We're not feeling too bad out there for your Labor Day. We have a lot of cloud cover that's helping to keep the temperatures down in the 80s still. It's 81 in Slidell, 84 at New Orleans International, 85 in Bogalusa. We are seeing some sun in areas across the region, but the dew points are low. Our dew point right now is 74 at New Orleans International. It's keeping the feels like temperatures in the low 80s, and that is the good thing about that drier air. Keeps it from feeling like that summertime heat and mugginess of a northeasterly breeze. That'll feel pretty good through the day as well. It's even drier on the North Shore. We have low 70s for the dew points. They have bumped up a little bit from the 60s, so we'll see if those continue to fall in the afternoon. But because of that drier air, our heat index maybe gets to the mid 90s. It's not going to feel like triple digits today. So if you want to plan a pool day or you're going out on the waters, it's going to feel pretty good. It's not that unbearable heat that makes it hard to be outside for long periods. In the evening, it falls back into the 80s, feeling pretty nice. We do have a couple of scattered showers on radar. This is really light rain down in Lower Plaquemines Parish, parts of St. Bernard. Could see a scattered shower or two trying to climb a little bit farther across the South Shore. And in the afternoon, when we get some heating, we might see a storm or two. But all of the rain down along the coast, along with some upper level clouds, should help to keep the temperatures down. Looks like it'll be sunnier for places on the North Shore, especially tomorrow. But we still have that northeasterly, easterly flow. We're just seeing some scattered showers. Same thing on Wednesday, but we might have a better chance of getting some North Shore showers Wednesday. The winds are still coming from the east, though. I don't see a full southerly wind return until Thursday. Now we're getting a southeasterly, southerly flow. That's going to bring the humidity back in. So we'll have at least maybe 2 or 3 more days of a nicer feel before Thursday, Friday, when it starts to feel a little bit muggy again. The temperatures are also going to climb. We're 90 today, 90 tomorrow, 92 Wednesday. Then we get up to 94 on Thursday and Friday. Paired with that humidity, it's going to start to feel pretty hot again before we have another front coming through for the weekend. So that will bring back in the nicer feel. We'll see some clouds and we'll drop back to the upper 80s by Sunday. Here's what's happening in the upper levels. We have a lot of low pressure over the Great Lakes. It's keeping that fall feel in areas to the north of us. I think our best chance of maybe getting some slightly below average temperatures is at the beginning of next week with that front coming down. This low is far enough south. A lot of them are just sticking too far north. We're not getting a big digging low all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So you can see on the temperature departure, most of the cooler than normal temperatures around the Great Lakes region, and we're even slightly above. So hopefully we can get some of that slightly below average air. We'll definitely get some lower humidity with those fronts later in the week. But today is the first day of meteorological fall. We're on the downward trend now. By October 1st, we'll be in the mid 80s for our average temperatures, getting to the low 70s for our lows. And then by November is when we are in the 70s for our highs and we start to get those actual cool mornings. So we still have a little ways to go, but we are now on the downward trend. If you like that fall weather, we'll see it starting to come around over the next couple of months. Tropical satellite showing some activity off the coast of Africa. This wave is what we're watching as it moves to the west into the main development region. We could see slow tropical development. It has a medium chance from the National Hurricane Center as it moves to the west or northwest. The question will be, as it gets closer to the Lesser Antilles, will it go north of the Caribbean? That's what everything has done so far out there because we have high pressure up here over the central Atlantic that's been really weak. Normally we see a very strong ridge of high pressure and it pushes things west. We just haven't seen that. So that's what we'll be watching for. Where does it form? How early does it form? And then what the steering is. But we are getting into the peak of hurricane season. It's mid-September is when we have the most activity. So we got to watch anything that's out there. The next name on the list is Gabrielle. Our forecast for the next 7 days, though, looking really nice. We have that slightly nicer feel sticking around over the next day or so, and then we'll see the humidity crawling back in Thursday, Friday, feeling hotter and more humid before we have another little break from that summer heat in the weekend. Back to you.